Hello folks, how's it going? My name is Dunc and I am the creative director here at Dubious 3D, the #1 up-and-coming 3D shitpost channel. And this video is the beginning of a new series for the Halloween season, which is Dubious 3D presents a Halloween extravaganza, Dunc's Spooky Video Watch Party. So I love me some spooky videos, the YouTube classics, the ghosts caught on tape, real UFO sightings, witches, fucking gnomes, all that shit. And I think it was around when I was 8 or 9, I was visiting some cousins for a family get-together, and it was around Halloween. They had just gotten a new Mac, so during the day, we were watching the old YouTube classics, the cat videos. We got was like parkour clips and I think music videos. But then during the evening, me and two of my older cousins were alone at the computer, and my cousins typed in ghosts. So they were, they were a bit older. They were having fun. They were cracking jokes, but I was fucking terrified. I thought in that moment that ghosts were real, they're everywhere, and they are going to kill me. So that's, I've carried that sort of the interest, because I was afraid, but I was also intrigued, and it's sort of that mystery and the spookiness, that vibe that's carried on. And it was coming up to October now, and I wasn't really feeling the spooky vibes, but then there was this wave of posts on Twitter that I saw, and it just got me going, and I thought I have to make this series. So that's what this video is going to be. There's this video series. It's going to be looking at some spooky videos with all you fine folks, and then I'm going to give each video a rating based on spookiness and effort. So that's how spooky I think the video is, and how much effort I think goes into making a video like this, and then I'll give an overall rating. So my original this video series, I thought of it, it's about 5 years ago, was the first idea that I was going to make a series like this. And originally it was probably going to be more like the usual, spooky videos on YouTube, which is just top 10 videos, the fucking completely oversaturated market with chills. And those videos, they suck. It's just, pumping out as much content as they can. So the video quality, the quality of the ghost videos, they aren't good. And there's no real interesting discussion about the video itself. It's just, whoa, this is definitely a ghost. There's no sort of skepticism. But then on the other side, you have channels like, Corridor Digital and Captain Disillusion, which has done videos on like ghost stuff and that kind of stuff. It's completely analytical. They're breaking down the VFX, and I do like all that stuff, but they don't get into the spookiness, and that's what I want to do with this series. I want to have fun. I want to have a good time. So without further ado, let's get into some spooky videos. And sorry for the long intro. I'll try not to rant as much in the upcoming intro, so let's get into it.
Spooky, scary.
Honestly, if I saw that damn thing in my living room, I'd stomp on it until it was a small brown stain.
Alrighty, our first video is going to be The Ghosts of Carmel, Maine. This is actually a channel, but we'll be focusing on one video and basing the rating mainly off of one of these clips. This is a channel that was started in 2017 that is documenting the spooky goings-on in this guy's house. It got pretty big a few years ago, and one of the clips stood out to me, so let's have a look.
Oh great, now the mowing. The hell?
So this is one of the entities that is apparently haunting this guy's house, and I like this. It's spooky. You don't get to see much of it, and it's a shame because about 90% of this guy's videos is just him walking around his house with little like EVP devices, and it's not that interesting. But every so often you get one of these spooky entity sightings, but it's kind of stupid. The more you think about it, the more you watch it back. It's got like a little pointed hat. It looks like a gnome or something, and when it's coming past, it gets like stuck in the door. So it's like the ghost, what's the implication here is that the ghost tried to quickly get out and close the door behind it, but it got its head stuck in the door. It's kind of stupid, but I still, it's spooky. You don't get to see much of it. It's short, I like it.
Hello? Okay, there he is, in the window again.
So this is the main spooky clip. and I came across this just out of context in some spooky video compilation, and it hit me with that pang of spooky, the pang of fear, just because it's confusing as to what's going on here. Because most of these videos, and in this guy's videos, the entity shown, it could just be, you know, a person with a sheet draped over them. But this is weird. This is like a weird shape, and it's small, and it's also, you know, the way it moves then quickly under the bed. And the more you watch it, the less spooky it is. So what's really going on here is the guy, I guess he makes these little like doll things with, you know, cloth like draped over it or whatever, and he has it, you know, set up in the window here, and he gives it away. That's what annoys me, is that I really thought this clip was spooky, but he gives it away because he did the second, you know, at the exact moment that the thing moves, he moves back and to the left. So he's obviously, you know, there's a string attached that goes under the bed, and he yanks it. It's obvious because the way he moves and the way it moves at the exact same time. And it's also, he immediately says after it went under the bed, but then, you know, he doesn't look under the bed. So obviously the little doll thing is just sitting there under the bed, but he doesn't check it. It's spooky, but the more you watch it, as with most of these videos, you know, the more you watch it, the less spooky it is. So I've got a couple of more clips that I picked out that are just, they're more just funny to me because of his reaction. So we'll have a look at those, and then I'll give a rating for the clip.
What the hell is that noise? Son of a bitch! Shots on me to show people that that's not me doing the EVP sound. Oh my fucking god! Hello? Oh fuck!
There's something just so funny to me about those reactions. I guess just like the intensity of it, the way he's saying it. But yeah, so those clips, not as spooky as the other ones to me, just because there's no like movement in it. But it is interesting to note he's got the different shapes and sizes for his entities. He's doing some, you know, creative work here, and I appreciate that. But anyway, yeah, let's get on to the scores then. So, for spookiness, I'm going to give this a 3 out of 5 on spookiness, just because I'm sort of basing it more so on the one clip of in the window, and that's, you know, that's one that like caught me off guard, and that got me spooked. You know, it got me that one. The rest of it, not so much, but yeah, we're just gonna leave it there. That's a bit above average, 3 out of 5. And then for effort, I think I'm gonna do 3 out of 5 as well for that. It's just, you know, it's something a bit different. It's not as easy to pull that off. He's got some string set up. He's got his little dolls that he's making, and I can appreciate that, as well as those reactions he gave him. You know, there's some acting chops going in there. So yeah, so that's 3 to 5 and 3 out of 5. And then for overall score, probably just do 6 out of 10. You know, I'd probably, you know, score it higher or lower based on some other things, but I don't know, spookiness is there, the effort's there, nothing really else that I can think of to change the score. So yeah, that's 6 out of 10 for that clip. And let's move on to something else then.
Let's open the blinds and maybe we're gonna see some stars out today.
Late shift at call center. Just me and one other guy in the building. He takes a call that sounds like an old person who stayed up late and figured this would be the time to figure out their new laptop. While he's desperately trying to explain that we just support our internet connection, not our devices, I get that annoying fucking beep in my ear that tells me some asshole is on the line. I give the usual opening line. "Thanks for calling, this is Anon. Can I get your name and phone number?" He asks, "Hello?" Shit, my mic is muted. No, it isn't. "Hello?" I ask back, briefly thinking about how odd it is that this is one of the very few questions that is appropriately responded to with the exact same question. He asks if this is company I work for. I say yes, give the line again, "Thanks for calling, etc. How can I help you?" He says none of his electronics are working and he thinks it's the internet. Ask for his house phone. Gives an area code I don't recognize. Type it in anyway because who am I to question a customer this early in the call? Nothing. Ask for his name, as he's likely fucked up the number. He gives me his name. I do the slow ass search by name function. Ask about troubleshooting while it comes up. He says he doesn't know where his modem is because he can't leave his room. I ask, what does he mean? He says his door won't open, but the one time it did, there was nothing but blackness. I only now am noticing how pronounced the static on the line was. I originally thought it to be a filtering issue with the phones and the DSL line, which is a common occurrence, but this static was much more front and center. Search finishes, nothing. Google his area code. Texas. We only support shit in Saskatchewan, Canada. He asks me if I know why his family is gone. I ask him where he lives. Gives me a town in Texas. Ask him what date it is, claiming it to be a security question. He says it's November 2011. It was August 2012. Coworker has finished his call at this point and clocked out, as it was a couple of minutes to midnight, which was the end of our shift. He's at my desk making a face that says, "Why did you ask what the date was? And why do you look like someone shit in your ear?" I ask the guy on the line when his internet stopped working. He says he thinks someone unplugged something because someone entered his house and then the blackness came and nothing was working. After he says this, the line goes dead. I explain to my coworker what just fucking happened. He says to write down the ticket number and see if the guy calls back under the same number or what. So I write it down, and the guy's name as well, so I remember what the ticket was about. Jorge Vargas. Ask my superior to pull up the call, as they were all recorded the next shift I have. She finds it. We listen to it at lunch. The call comes in. There's no caller ID. Everything is just like it happened that night, except for one key detail. I'm the only one talking. The other side of the line is dead air, no static or anything. My supervisor is really good natured and has a good sense of humour, and asks if this was a prank. Did I have someone call in from an unlisted number and do this? Try to convince her otherwise. Coworker later vouches that I was really scared looking. Only coworker believes me really. Google search Jorge Vargas and get an actor. Append Texas to the end and find this. Second man gets life in prison for role in 2011 double slaying. Police discovered the bodies of Jorge Vargas Jr., 33, and his daughter Miranda Vargas inside their house in the 700 block of Amburn, November 21st, 2011, in Texas City. Turns out he actually lived in Texas City, and the town name he gave me, Amburn, was the street. I'll let you in on another detail that I felt compelled to leave out, as I was already giving myself the fucking shakes retelling that story. I usually have a pretty active imagination, and if it was any other call I would have attributed to said imagination, but I could swear I heard other voices in the static. I tell myself it was either the TVs we have set up, or the one in the break room, but the TVs in the call area are usually muted for obvious reasons, and the break room TV is never on. Coworker agreed to close out the building and let me go after the call, so I kinda buggered out of there quick. For the videos that I'm reviewing in this series, the implication is that they're real, that it's real ghosts, real hauntings, but that's not the only spooky media that I like. And I was thinking of maybe doing a horror movie recommendation once per video, but I thought that was a bit basic, and I thought we'd keep it within YouTube. So once per video, I'm going to be doing a YouTube horror fiction recommendation. So, for our first recommendation, it's going to be...
Do not be afraid.
So that was a small snippet of Angel by Gigi. Gigi is an excellent spooky YouTube channel, very small too, only like 6,000 subs, in spite of the fact that a lot of his videos have over 10,000, over 100,000 views, and it should definitely get more than that. But yeah, that's definitely my favourite video of his is Angel, which sort of gets into the idea of the, I guess, biblically accurate angel, which, I mean, that's like overdone, everyone knows that at this point, but this video in particular has just the imagery and the music and the sound. It really gets into that fear, and yeah, I really like it. So definitely, that's my recommendation for spooky YouTube channel fiction is Gigi, and let us move on to our next section.
I'm Freddy Krueger, and you're invited to my special get-together.
Let me take a picture.
You're taking a video, man.
I'm taking a video.
I told you I fucking freaked out, man!
Our second video is a two-parter from the channel MOTOWENS. It's been getting a lot of attention recently. This channel mainly does videos on off-road motorbiking, but he's had some spooky encounters. Let's have a look.
Could be missing out what's on the other side. Hello?
So, he's going along this trail, he hears some spooky noises, and then there's the sound of branches snapping, and he gets out of there. If you don't think about it too much, it's pretty spooky, but as many of the comments immediately point out, the sound is probably that of a mountain lion or a bobcat. And I saw one of the videos that was covering this, and I think it was Nuke's Top 5. They overlaid subtitles on the video and tried to make it out as if this obvious, you know, feline noises were somehow saying help. Like, that's what they overlaid, which, I mean, it's obviously not. It's obviously the fucking feline sounds. And I thought that was funny because the MOTOWENS guy, he doesn't say anywhere in any of these videos that that's what he heard. I think there is a longer version of this video where he shows some bones along the trail, just animal bones, at the start of the video, but I'm getting these from the shorts that are on his channel. And it's a decent video, but he doesn't give it any sort of subtlety because he goes and gives it the title of I Hear a Skinwalker in the Woods. But that's only part 1. Let's check out the next video.
Oh god, there's even more bones than last time. Looks like we've already passed it a while ago, but that tree is gone. Oh! It's just dark as hell in here. I'm probably gonna turn around soon. Oh, there's 2 ways. Holy crap, dude, this trail goes on forever. It just got really quiet really fast.
This video annoys me so much. So it's 3 months later, he's on the same path. There's some bones, the trees that was there is cleared, and he goes on through, and it gets a bit darker, and we get these loud insect noises. And that's fine, you know, it's like cicadas or something, it's very front and center in the audio. But then we come to a clearing, and the insect audio just cuts out. It's like he just threw in some insect sounds on top of the video, and then he did a little fade out on it. It is such a bad audio job. And if that wasn't bad enough, he adds like a secondary, you know, less intense insect noise, and does the same thing, just fades that out. And then we get the spooky reveal of the Skinwalker, which, you know, it's pretty good. It's far away, you know, it's obviously just a guy with a sheet over him or whatever, but it looks pretty spooky. But he just fucking ruins it with this dog shit audio job, and is it just me? Am I just, you know, my audio sense is just heightened than ordinary people? Because watching all the videos about this and the comments, everybody's like, whoa, you know, that's spooky. No one's mentioning the fucking audio. It is so obvious, and it just annoys me so much. So that's what this video is. This series is just, this guy, you know, he gets good views. He has like, I don't know, a couple of 100,000 subscribers. And on his normal, you know, motorbiking videos, he gets good views, but for his first Skinwalker video, he got 600,000 views, and that's, you know, a bit more than usual. So he decided, yeah, I'll do a follow-up, and he just does this shitty fucking Skinwalker video, and it gets like a couple million views. So good for him, you know, he got his views, but this is a bad video, and it annoys me so much. Alright, so for spookiness, I'm gonna give this a 2 out of 5. The first video, it's pretty spooky, but I do think it is 100% genuine too, but it is just a bobcat or a mountain lion, so that's kind of spooky in itself, but it's not sort of the spookiness we're looking for. And then the second video just brings it down. The Skinwalker itself is kind of scary, but the bad audio job just annoys me, and it's obviously just him trying to capitalize on the success of the first video, so that's a 2 out of 5. As for effort, let's see. Yeah, I'm thinking I don't know, I think a 2 out of 5 as well, because it's just, it's not good for spookiness, but there is some effort put into it. Obviously the first video, I guess, you know, there isn't really much effort to that. I guess there's some effort with him trying to make it look like a Skinwalker video, but then the second video, there's a bit of setup there. He's got his friend dressed up as a Skinwalker, and but yeah, it's not getting more than a 2 out of 5 because the bad audio job. I'm not gonna get over that. That annoys me so much. And for our final score, we're just gonna leave it at a 4. There's nothing else here that changes the rating for me. One thing I want to note is what I like for these kind of videos that makes it more spooky for me is the degree of suspension of disbelief. So the last video we looked at, the channel was dedicated to ghost hunting, and in that case I'm more inclined to believe that this person would fake a ghost video because that's what their channel is about. But in these videos that we just looked at, the channel was just about off-road motorbiking. So in that case, it's more believable that if they have a spooky video that it's going to be real. But of course, this guy had to ruin it by trying to capitalize off his spooky video by, first of all, naming it whatever. What did he name it? I saw a Skinwalker or whatever. And then he decided to follow that up with another one where he, makes it more obvious that it's fake. So yeah, there's no level of suspension of disbelief there. And because of that, I'm not going to change the score. It's just a 4 out of 10, and yeah, that's that. So let's move on.
I bite at the hand that feeds me, slap at the face that eats me.
Number 7. Kato caught slipping straight mustard face. Kato is sleeping when he is sprayed with a yellow liquid. Some say this is mustard, while others say a ghost is spraying him with ectoplasm. Let me know what you think in the comments below.
Shit, get the fuck up. Man, push fuck that. Man, where that shit at? Get the fuck down, bro. Fuck, man, we'll get the hell out of here. Fuck that. I'm gonna beat that bitch ass. I ain't get the fuck out of me, look like you little ugly bitch.
And so we have arrived at our final segment for the video, which is the Dunc Classic. Here I'll be showcasing a video from my private collection that I think is the cream of the crop of spooky videos on YouTube. These are videos that tick most of the boxes for what I consider to be great for, this kind of video. I was considering not giving these ratings just because of how highly I regard them, but I decided I'll put something together for them. And just so you know, the ratings for these are always going to be very high. Without further ado, our first Dunc Classic is Girls See Ghost and Run. It's a simple title for a simple video. There's no weird audio going on or any special effects, and we don't even see said ghost. And in spite of that, it's one of the spookiest videos on YouTube. Right off the bat, I'm giving this a 5 out of 5 rating for spookiness. Even after knowing about some of the debunking stuff that I'll be getting into, this video still gets me. I recommend that you watch the whole video right now, but I'll show a little clip of it here.
But you gotta listen to me. Turn around, look at me. What's the matter?
It's a simple video, and it shows genuine fear, which isn't saying a whole lot since they are just kids, but it's the intensity of their reaction and the fact that they are looking at something that we don't see that makes it really spooky. Though after watching it a few times, you can kind of start putting together what's going on. The main indication is the mother's reaction. She's not concerned at all throughout the video, and she's actually laughing at a few points and at the end of it. The debunk theory is that she's just playing a prank on them. One of the kids during the video points to whatever she's seeing, and she says Angel, and the account that the video is uploaded to is Angel Ruiz, so the implication is that this angel person is hiding in the darkness somewhere out of sight of the camera and is just trying to scare the kids. But even then, the kids are looking at weird angles. The debunk theory says that this angel person is hiding in the dark hallway, but that's off to the left, and the second girl seems to be looking up and to the right. And also regarding the mother's reaction, you know, how are you as a parent going to react in a situation like this? It's probably best just to be lighthearted about it. I do think, however, that it is just a prank, but there is that certain level of suspension of disbelief that you get with this video, and I think that really elevates it. As for the effort rating, I'm just going to give it a 3. There isn't anything too complex going on here, but I don't really think there needs to be. It's, you know, it's a simple video and it gets that spookiness. It doesn't need to be this high effort thing. And for the final rating, I'm going to give it a 9. The spookiness just outdoes the effort needed here for me. And this is certainly one of my favorite spooky videos. And this, my friends, is the end of the video. I was a bit concerned whether or not I was adding too much to it, but I think it came together nicely. I'd like to remind you all that this is only the first episode of a series. This has taken quite a bit of time and effort to put together, but the groundwork is done now, so it won't take too much time to make new episodes, and I hope to get a few more out during the spooky seasons. If you have any suggestions or submissions or just anything else you want to say, let me know in the comments below and I will be keeping an eye out. Once again, my name is Dunc, and we here at Dubious 3D thank you all for watching.